Hello, and welcome to our instruction. Today, we are doing a quick webinar on sound symbol explicit instruction examples. And I hope that you are having a fabulous day. My name is Christina, and we are just going to hop right into it. So today, we're going to be talking about sound symbol association, as I said. So it's this beautiful relationship between the auditory and the visual that we're trying to teach students. Now, as adults, we don't really think about this. We don't really dissect this in our mind, which is why it's important to learn about it and really keep it in the back of our mind while we're teaching our students. So the first one I want to talk about is going from auditory to visual. So going from auditory to visual simply just means that we are hearing something, and then we're trying to think of a symbol that we can make visual. We can show someone a symbol that makes that sound. So let's think about that. When you're little and your teacher gave you a spelling test, right? She might have said, I'm going to give you the word rat, and you're listening to the word rat, and you're trying to think of those symbols that make those sounds R-A-T. And then you write those symbols down, and you then make it so that people can see what you're hearing. That's called writing. So going from auditory to visual is what we call writing. And then let's think about the other way around. Let's say we're going from something that we see to something that we hear. You're looking at something and you are trying to interpret that into what that might be. What sound might that be? Let's say, for example, you're trying to read the word cat. Okay, you're looking at C-A-T. Okay, what does C say? It says K. Okay, what does A say? It says ah. What does T say? It says T, right? So you're taking those things that you see and you're putting them into sounds. That's what we call reading. So I'm going to give you some examples today about how you might teach these. Now, keep in mind, I teach kindergarten. So what I'm doing here might be a little bit different than what you might do in your classrooms, but this is just strictly an example of something that you might use. You might put this up on your smartboard, and you might have a mini lesson with your students going from auditory to visual. So I might say to my student, Autumn, what is this first picture on the board? She might say, peach. It's a peach, Mrs. Christina. And I would say, good job, it is a peach. And what is that first sound that we hear when we say peach? And she might say, p, p, p. And I might say, okay, great. Everybody write on your whiteboards, what is the letter or that symbol that makes a p sound? Now give them a minute. And then I might write on my smartboard, yes, it is the letter P. This is the symbol that makes the P sound. All right, and I might say, Demetrius, what is this picture here? And Demetrius might say, that is an iguana. And I would say, yes, it is an iguana. What's that first sound that you hear in iguana? I might enunciate it a bit. Iguana. And he might say, I hear it. Great. And what is this symbol? Everyone write this down. What is this symbol? We're hearing it. What is this symbol that we write down? That is that makes that sound Good job, everybody. Did you write this one? That is the letter I, and it makes the sound Great job. All right, so let's look at the last picture that I have on my whiteboard. I might say, Alicia, what color is this? And she might say, green. Okay, great. And what is that first sound that you hear with green? I hear g, g, g. Do you hear g? And what is the letter that makes that? Or what is the symbol that makes that g sound? Everybody write it down. You might give them a second. Did you write the letter G? Great job. The letter G does say g, g, g. And so this is the second step in this. Your students might not be here, but you could then just have them start to blend these sounds. And you might say, let's all say the sound of this symbol, p, right? And let's say the sound of this symbol, I. And let's say the sound of this symbol, g. And if we put them together, we have p, ig. Let's say that really fast and blend those sounds together, p, ig, pig. So we have just taken our sounds and we have written down each sound and then we blended them together. That's what we call writing, taking the auditory and making it visual. Let's take another example here. We might have reading, here an example of the word pig. So let's look at this first letter. What is this first letter? You might think it is a, you might ask a student, what is this first letter? They might say it's a P. Great. And what is the sound that that symbol makes? It's a P, P sound, right? All right. Let's look at the second letter here. What is that letter? And Anisha might say it is an I. Great. And what is the sound that that symbol makes? Right? Great job. And let's look at this last symbol. This last symbol is a G, right? You might ask them first and not give it away. It is a G. And what sound does that make? We're looking at the G, and now we're going to make it into a sound. What is that sound? G, 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 G. Great job. All right, and then you might actually go into blending with your students if they're at that level. And you might say, let's put all these sounds together, okay? So, P, I, G. I see all those symbols, and I'm now creating a sound for each of those symbols. Now I'm going to blend those sounds together. So, P, ig. Let's say it super fast. Pig, pig. All right, so that might be an example that you might have them do on their boards. You might make a mat of this. You could do so many things with that. You could print this out. You could use bananagrams. You could use all kinds of things. I might just do this on my smartboard, but that's an example of 2 mini lessons I might use. So thank you so much for coming to my mini lesson in this workshop on sound.